things I gladly give. Boy, you know it excites me. off the two-step and play me another sad waltz. One like Willie and Wayne. Oh, you know I love to fall to pieces. Now I quit drinking, so I've been left thinking of you. Oh, please drown it out with that old country tune. Turn off the two-step and play me another sad waltz, like the one where you love me despite all of my many faults and secrets. Now I quit drinking, so I've been left singing about you. Oh, please drown me out with that old country tune. Turn off the two-step and play me another sad waltz, one that I can get high to, remembering every call and sweet kiss. Now I quit drinking, but I can't quit dreaming of you. Oh, please send me off with that old country tune. Yeah, please send me off with that old country tune.
So, this is actually on loan. This Nash T63. This is my wife's guitar. She's got great taste. She's a great player. I love the way this sounds. I've been borrowing it from her for a long time, and now it's kind of become my main guitar lately. I've always played tellies. I love Telecasters. This thing just sounds really great. And I've had this Princeton. This is like the only amp I've had for a long time. It's a 70s Princeton. I don't know what year it is. And I put Celestian speaker in it because that sounded really good. So other than that, it's all stock. And I try to just, as much as possible, just play the guitar through the amp as my tone. But I really like the light speed, the Greer light speed. I tried a bunch of pedals. I was actually at Eastside Music Supply in Nashville, and I just lined up a bunch of drives. Did like my own little shootout, and this was so nice. It sounded really great. It always just feels right. And then when Greer reissued this Sonic Boom, I jumped right on it because I love my amp, I love my guitar, and this thing just keeps the sound of the guitar and amp, just to me, the same, right? So it's not a ton of color and whatnot. Yeah, everything else is pretty standard. Tuner and delay I use sometimes. I like the Flint because I don't have the controller for my amp, treble and reverb, so this thing's great to have at the feet. Other than that, I have to say, I've had these monster cables too, probably since I was in high school. I have these two with one backup, the same 3 monster cables, and they have lasted me forever. And I'm gonna run them into the ground. So it's pretty fun. That's my setup.
I've got a Fender Player Plus, PJ Split. It's my only bass right now. I sold a few to make rent this winter, but I like this because it's just completely flexible tonally. It's got an active passive switch, and if I am playing with Reilly, it's mostly all the way up on the P setting, pretty neutral in the treble, bass, and mid. And then if I want to go more modern J bass, roll it back. And today I just recorded direct through a Sans amp. Love that thing. I've had it for probably 10 years. And if you don't want to bring an amp to something, you can just run the XLR out and it sounds fantastic. Use a Cali effect compression sometimes, but mine is giving a little feedback right now, so I left it at home. And then Sans amp has like an amp modeling pedal that I've been playing with recently. Does it add anything on top of the other Sans amp? I don't know, but it's fun to have. And keep it pretty clean. Usually bring an Aguilar Tonehammer 500 with the 2x12 cabinet. Didn't need that much volume today, so again, left it at home. But the Player Plus is great. It's really playable, Mexican made, got a good one. Winter's been cruel to it, so the action's a little high right now, but if you take care of it, it'll take care of you.
This is my drum set. It's a CNC. I got it in 2009. It'll probably be the only drum set I play until I die. I love everything about it. 22-inch bass drum, 14 snare, 12 rack, 14 floor tom. I've got a 16 floor tom as well if I want to get crazy. I pretty much only stick with Remo heads. They're my favorite. Some sort of coated, and then I'm gonna put moon gels and gaff tape on it just to like deaden things. Vic Firth 5As, those are the only sticks I ever use. And then these cymbals are not mine, so I'm not really gonna talk about them, but they're dry and fun and they sound good. Iron Cobra is my kick pedal. Also had that since I was like, I don't know, probably 15 when I was playing in metal bands. It's a double kick, but I removed the second one. And I think that's about it.
So what I got here is a Fender JV modified Telly. It's one of the new guys. It's obviously gold. It's got like a 4-position switch and the out of phase guy right there. Pretty cool guitar, super light. And then yeah, I'm playing through a Milkman 10-watt pint. Really killer amp. I don't really use many effects, but the tremolo and the reverb on here are great. And there's like an attenuation on the back. It's like a power scaling thing. It's not really attenuation, I suppose, but crank that down and play at lower volume. But yeah, I run through this second input. I think it's like a 10 decibel cut, so it gives me a little bit cleaner tones. And then for some songs, I'll plug it into the first input to get a little bit more crunch. Yeah, killer amp, love it. Super lightweight, and it's the exact same size as a Princeton, basically. So I love that. And then for my pedal board, a lot going on down there. I got the Chord Pitch Black tuner over here. It's nice and bright. I was having a lot of trouble with outdoor venues. I couldn't read the tuner, so this one's great, super bright. And then I use a deco for, I didn't use it for anything on this session, but I typically use it as a boost, and then the right side I'll use for a slapback delay, or I'll roll the time back and I'll use it as like a tape flange type of thing. But yeah, that gives me all the effects I need that aren't just on the amp itself. So yeah, that's my rig.
I used to live in Nashville. I was a session vocalist there, so my job was to sing backup for other people. And then moved back to Texas and then ended up in Chicago on a whim. I have the pandemic to thank for deciding to do my own music, because while I was in Nashville, I kind of got stuck, you know, performing for other people and never really focusing on myself. During the pandemic, I wrote an entire album with some little sprinkles of like things that I wrote when I was in my 20s. Started off with a lot of rotating members, and over the years, you know, kind of built this community, which I'm so thankful for. Found these lovely men through that. So yeah, it's been quite a fun ride.
To my feeble heart.
It feels like home in Chicago because everyone supports one another. We all sing in each other's bands when it's needed. We all switch out band members. Justin just moved back this past summer, and he's been asked to, you know, sub in for so many guitarists. He also moved back from Nashville, so he gets the feeling like home kind of feeling.
It's so great to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
Love it. Love the scene here.
Everyone it's like a big musical family, especially within the country music scene. Yeah, we've all become like extremely tight and supportive of one another. It's been really special.
My mind's a nomad. No place.
I guess tour survival tips is, you know, just having fun, and I'm sure that everyone says that, but like, you know, you're tired and you're having these like imposter syndrome feelings because, you know, you're seeing so many other artists who are so incredible. Yeah, just keeping up your spirits and believing in yourself, and yeah, having so much fun, and you know, taking advantage of the friendships that you've built around you, and you get to spend a very long time together in a van for 19 hours, and yeah, it's really special.
Bring a jar of peanut butter, because you're not mad at the drummer, you're hungry. So eat a couple spoonfuls and then have the conversation. Sleep when you can. Eat the free meal as much of it when you can.
Yeah, and to like add to Alex's, you're not mad at the drummer, you're just hungry. This is my husband, and he's had to deal with my hunger. And so that he can survive, he keeps a bag of Doritos
Cool Ranch Doritos.
On hand all the time for me, because we learned that 2 years ago at South by, where I wasn't angry, I was just hungry. I suppose like the first like red flag is how the venue staff treats you, because that can change the entire night. You know, if they are super welcoming, then like you feel like you can, like it's like home, you know, it's the same, because that's going to be your home for those however many hours. If they treat you well, then you feel at ease, and if they don't, then it's just, it sucks, you know?
I agree. A grumpy sound man is always like the worst start to a night, and it's kind of like, all right, well, this might not be a good one, but just be as nice to him as possible, or her, because they're in charge and they're the ones that have control of us sounding really terrible.
And you can, and there's, like, it goes both ways too. Like, it's nice to introduce yourself to everyone that works at a bar. You know, I think we've all worked at bars, you know, over the years, and so it's like, you know, we've all been there, and so, you know, you get to know the people that are working, and the door guys, yeah, you build that camaraderie too. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, we're just so thankful for, the staff that does take care of us, the sound people, the bartenders,
Yeah.
so we always want to shout them out. Because they're working really hard and they're making us sound good and they're providing beers to all of our patrons. So before these boys, my writing process was, taking my guitar, finding some chords, and then I also write notes all the time in my phone. Like for another Sad Waltz, I woke up in the middle of the night and wrote in my phone real quick, turn off the two-step and play me another Sad Waltz. And it sat in my phone forever until one day Cody was on tour and I was all alone, which is the time that I get to write. And sat down with it, and it was really cathartic, which was nice. That's my favorite part of songwriting, is most of my music is very personal. People can identify with it because they've felt all of these emotions. And so I would say random snippets of lyrics, but mostly starting off with chords. And then with Reckless, I had written it a while back, and I told the boys that I wanted to transform it because it was a sad waltz, go figure. I told the boys, I want this to be fast and fun and a banger, because it's I'm coined as the sad cowgirl of Chicago, and it's really hard to not write a slow ballad for me. And they really helped me out with that, and it was super collaborative and fun, and we had our trials and errors with it.
I like that everyone in the band writes music for their own projects, and then when we get together, I think everyone having a songwriter perspective, it's we all know the idea, and so we're just helping each other hone in on, okay, well, what should the bass do? Okay, yeah, do that. Okay, what should, it needs to be this kind of energy, that kind of energy. The egos, don't even really come into the mix. Everyone's no, the song exists, and we're just kind of brushing the stuff away until it's refined to what it's supposed to be. So I've really enjoyed collaborating. Can be a grind if all the ideas are just flying and conflicting, and I think we all have a pretty clear picture of what the music wants to be.
Mm-hmm. We all also have so many different levels of education and background in music. So it's a good mix of having that technical ability with also having, I don't have really any professional training. So I can come in with my more basic songwriting approach and kind of have that perspective, whereas these two fellas can come in with a bit more technical ability, and we really, like you said, just chip away at it until we find what the song needs to be and what she likes. So,
Yeah.
So all of the songs that you heard today haven't been recorded yet. We're really excited to get back in the studio. The last time we were there was whenever we recorded Wicked Game, which was a year and a half ago. But we have some really exciting things coming up. We're gonna go some places in May. There's a little teaser for you. We're gonna be in a van again for longer. So we're gonna have a great time being a family. But yeah, we're super excited. And if you want to hear the songs that you heard today live, you can check out Instagram for when our next shows are.